Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be some frequently asked questions that I have found on endometriosis that not necessarily are easily answerable or that have been answered where I've seen them. So today I'm going to be going through that. If you guys are new to my channel, you might not know that we're doing 7 days of 7 endo videos. This is day 3 or 4, depending on how I put this up, but there will be 7 videos in a row talking about 7 different endometriosis topics. So let's jump into the video. So first question is, why does endo often require surgery? And this is mostly because of diagnostic purposes. There is no surefire way to diagnose endometriosis except for laparoscopy or other versions of surgery. And often that surgery is then used to remove and destroy as much endo growth as possible. This is obviously many doctors' first line of treatment because they want to make sure they're diagnosing you with the correct treatment options, because they don't want to be giving you something that's going to be making it worse. For example, estrogen is not a hormone that you want to be in excess of if you have endometriosis. That is going to cause it to grow rapidly, and if you do IVF treatments, depending on what treatments you use, you can be pumped full of estrogen, which could actually make it worse. The second question I get, or I've seen a lot, is will I need surgery, or will I need more than one surgery? This is a very specific case. Many women can get away with only the one surgery, although in some cases it is necessary, especially if your pain is not managed by medication or by the pill, and often you will have to have a surgery to be able to manage and then be put on birth control and painkillers. So often the surgery is used as a bit of a combination treatment, although for women who generally have a less severe type of endo, normally the one laparoscopy is enough. However, every case is different. This is one that I actually did quite a bit of research to find, because I've heard a lot of people talking about this and how their doctors have recommended this, and I think that it's not educated enough about, and that is, will getting my uterus removed prevent endo from growing back or cure it? And the answer is no, not in all cases. I think in some cases it can, but it is a very drastic treatment option. It is not for women who want to conceive children, obviously, or it is obviously for women who are done conceiving or who do not want children. It is definitely not a cure, and your endometriosis can still grow back because the endometrial tissue is still there, and that's what causes endo, obviously. And so that can actually still grow back regardless of the fact that you've had your uterus removed. Will endo prevent me from getting pregnant? This is a very personal case question. However, while infertility is a major side effect of endometriosis, despite the pain, you know, besides your pain and your irregular cycles and all that sort of stuff, infertility is often found to be a major side effect of endometriosis. And in some women who don't receive, you know, those symptoms of pain and irregularity, this might be what actually gives them diagnosis of endometriosis. Endometriosis obviously affects your pelvic organs, including your ovaries and your tubes, which are obviously needed to have a baby. But if you are treated early enough, it should hopefully not affect most women's ability to fall pregnant. If your treatment is a little bit later and there is damage, obviously there are other options to look at for falling pregnant, and you may need to look at in vitro insemination or something like that. Does pregnancy cure endometriosis? Again, something that I read a lot of, and it is a bit of a myth. No, it is a myth. There is no cure for endo, as I've said in one of my previous videos. However, many women have found that they have little to no pain during pregnancy and often breastfeeding because of the hormones secreted in breastfeeding due to the changes in the hormones. So obviously your hormones are very different to your normal hormones when you're pregnant, and that is the sort of guess as to why many women get relief during pregnancy from endometriosis. But in most cases, or many cases, once you are done with your pregnancy and with your breastfeeding, your endometriosis may still grow back. Will endometriosis mean I need a lifetime of management? The short answer is yes, but not necessarily as invasive as it sounds. There is no cure for endo, as I've said previously. However, it does depend on your symptoms. If you are managing and coping and it is not affecting your quality of life, your pain is managed, your cycles are manageable, then just some checkups with your OBGYN or your GP on a fairly regular basis would be enough. Obviously, if those are affecting your quality of life and they are not well managed, then you will need to be seeing them quite regularly to be trying to get those under control as best as possible and trying to find the treatment option that is going to be best for you. The last question that I have on my FAQs for now, which is, should my relatives be checked for endo, or should endo sufferers' relatives be checked? So either this can work in the case of you are an endo sufferer and have relatives that you think should be checked, or you have relatives that have endo and you're not sure if you should be checked. It is more likely to affect women who have a close relative with endometriosis. Generally, they say an immediate relative, whether it be a mother, a grandmother, or a sister, auntie. If you have immediate family who has been diagnosed with endometriosis, you do have a higher chance of having it. However, if you are not being affected by any symptoms of endometriosis, if you are having regular cycles, no infertility issues, no excessive amounts of pain, then you may not need to be checked. So it's not something that you need to stress about unless it is actually bothering you or affecting you, because it is not a guarantee that just because you have a family member with endo that you will be affected by it as well. So that is today's video. Those are just some regular, frequently asked questions that I've seen that necessarily don't get answered because they're not top priority answering questions. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will see you guys tomorrow. Please don't forget to click that subscribe button on my YouTube channel if you are new and you want to be notified when I upload new videos. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next day of Endo Week. Bye!